Hey everybody, it's Jason Blaha here. Now that my two obligatory informative videos are done for the day, it's time to talk about current events in the online fitness community. And people have awared me a couple days ago that Nick's G4P was going to be hosting an event at his house where he has just a bunch of guys come over and they watch a live stream of the Mr. Olympia together. So let me put on my +5 hat of weaponsmithing, work on skilling up my crafting a little bit, and let's talk about this. I was kind of joking before, about the G4P thing with him and the fact he seems to sure worship bodybuilding, has created a whole shrine to it while claiming he has a strength and power channel. But he literally seems to talk about nothing but IFBB bodybuilding. It's like his only topic. It was like when I looked at his channel before, for 30 days straight, pretty much every video with a few exceptions here and there was about professional bodybuilders or former professional bodybuilders. It's the only thing he talks about. It's his whole channel. Yet it's supposed to be a strength and power channel, and he's supposedly a power lifter and all sorts of other stuff. But all he talks about is the IFBB. That's it. That's it. And I joked about the G4P thing kind of because it's like the whole Artemis Dolgan thing came up, and then he jumped up and said, well, I don't know about any of that. It's all slander for me to have talked about the other stuff, which was, all out there. And you notice his only thing he wanted to talk about was the fact that he believes the guy ripped off some former IFBB pros, because that's what it is. He basically is a bodybuilding fanboy. His entire channel is devoted to it as a shrine to it. That's what it is. That's what his channel has turned into. It's a shrine to pro bodybuilding. I think he needs to totally change his channel name and take that strength and power out and either change it to G4P, because that's more or less what the pro bodybuilding world has turned into, or, change it to Nick Bodybuilder Fanboy. Because where's the talk of strength and power? It's nothing but bodybuilding. And the thing is, he invites a bunch of guys over after I made all these jokes about that before. Then he jumps up and does an event where he has a bunch of guys come over and have a sausage fest. Which, by the way, apparently the opposite of a sausage fest is known as a clamboree. But they're going to have a sausage fest where they all sit around and watch a bunch of other men, and a bunch of guys sitting around hanging out together, watching a bunch of other men prance around on stage. Now, just like a lot of these other guys I've been talking about in this whole industry seem to be all about that homies over hose lifestyle, this is a perfect example. Guys, homies over hose, homies over hose, homies over hose, do the homie, do the homie. Homies over hose, homies over hose. For those of you who recognize that and y'all like that Boondocks reference, let me give you another one. Well, Riley, homies over hose isn't a sentiment that a pimp named Slickback can get behind. Let me make this clear. A pimp named Slickback don't do shit for the homies. If a homie wants something from a pimp named Slickback, a homie better be ready to walk that stroll and get that money. Let me reiterate, don't do shit for the homies. Guys, I'm sorry, normally I can do those with a straight face. I just couldn't get through that one. But we got that classic Boondocks reference. But how much of this do we see? I joke about this a lot. I talked about that before with Mike Rashid with that homies over hose. All these guys are always just surrounded by a bunch of other guys who work out. But it's always a bunch of guys hanging out in their underwears together, right? And they market this whole thing as, oh yeah, if you guys get you in shape, you'll get girls. Well, how come you guys don't have girls? Why do you guys never have girls around? It's nothing but a bunch of other shirtless men. That's it. That's all you ever see in any of your guys' videos or photo shoots or anything hanging out together. It's just a bunch of dudes. So you guys need to quit marketing this nonsense of, well, this will help you get girls, because it doesn't work for you guys. Y'all get nothing but guys around. It's a big sausage fest everywhere. And I'm not knocking it. I mean, if that's how you are, that's how you are. You prefer that. That's your persuasion. I'm not going to hate. But call it what it is. Just be honest. Man, this is 2018. It's 2018. Just be real. Just be real about it. This is not the world it used to be. You don't have to live that down low lifestyle, guys. Just come out and say it. That's what it's all about. And that's okay, but don't sell it as something that it's not. It's not about getting girls. Because this is not going to get you girls, the whole bodybuilding lifestyle. It doesn't get you girls. You guys serious? Hell, half of the female fitness models and bikini competitors I've met said they won't even date bodybuilders. So, that aside, you got Nick doing this, and I just made this video yesterday, and I hadn't even looked at his channel till this morning. I made my video last night. You guys saw my take on all these fitness YouTubers calling themselves fitness, supporting bodybuilding, supporting the Mr. Olympia. I made that video last night. I hadn't even checked in on Nick's stuff till this morning because I realized, okay, I should cover this in current events. And I look, and the dude's entire weekend, he has like 15 videos about the Mr. Olympia done in the last few days. He probably netted 1 million views off of that, right? Which means a channel his size, you know, he made $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 in the last 3 days, just this weekend, probably talking about the Mr. Olympia. I guess I see why he does it now. I mean, you're going to make that sort of money talking about it. It's all about the money. Because, yeah, a channel with his size, he probably makes, I guarantee you, never makes less than $3 per 1,000 views. Probably makes 5 or more on a good day. About 1 million views on just that topic. I guess there's good money in this whole bodybuilding fanboy thing. I guess that's why he does it, because there's still this whole bunch of kids, this delusion audience, these kids who really care about this stuff. They really want to watch it. But I want to reiterate, you know, if that's your thing, that's your thing. But people need to stop associating this nonsense with fitness. They need to stop associating this nonsense with fitness. You know, just like me, I don't sit here and discuss the most elite echelons of untested powerlifting on my fitness channel. Not really. I mean, occasionally will mention it, but I also do point out to you guys that's not a healthy lifestyle. It's not a fit lifestyle. You know, it's not a fit lifestyle to be the powerlifters who are at 30% body fat either, right? That's not fitness. That's not health. Powerlifting can be part of a fitness lifestyle, but frequently it is not. Very frequently. And I'm honest about that. These bodybuilders, these guys run around pretending like, you know, there's some association with it. And you got guys like Nick here, has all this audience in, and calls it strength and power, and then you look and it's nothing but professional bodybuilding worship. You know, it would be like if a person had a fitness channel and called Strength and Power, right? About strength and power, and then talk about fitness and healthy lifestyles and be part of the fitness industry if all they talked about was the NFL. Right? If it was like every single video they had was about NFL players, former NFL players, NFL games, Super Bowl. It'd be the wrong category, not fitness. And it's sure as hell not strength and power. You telling me that competitive bodybuilders are usually strong when they're contest? I don't think so. There's no strength and power involved. These guys are collapsing and stuff. These guys, apparently, people were saying, I didn't watch it because I don't care. I don't think I've ever heard Phil Heath speak, and I don't really give a shit to. I could care less about the guy because I don't respect pro bodybuilding at all. I have no respect for it. It's ridiculous. I mean, and I understand some people are going to be like, well, I do. Well, that's fine, man. That's your choice. I just don't respect it. And that's okay. No one has to respect. You guys don't have to respect me or what I do either. Welcome to reality. Right? Welcome to reality. I don't think pro bodybuilding deserves respect. But people were saying that these guys were struggling. They were collapsing, could barely make it through the interviews, some of them this time. They said one of the guys, whoever won, I don't know, Rodney something, apparently beat Phil Heath. They said that he couldn't cry. He was trying to cry, but he's so dehydrated from the diuretics, couldn't get tears out of his eyes. There's no strength and power. This isn't healthy. It's a damn death cult. And Nick's G4P is nothing but a big shrine to a death cult that is anti-fitness. That's it. So again, people like this need to just admit they don't care about fitness. They don't care about health. They don't care about any of that stuff. Right? They're worshiping a death cult. These guys are dropping like flies. They're dying. I mean, just Dallas McCarver this year. Rich Piana this last year. A lot of these other guys is all their health problems. Right? It's a death cult. It's a death cult. It is what it is. And guys like Nick right now are exactly who I'm talking about upholding this stuff. Alright guys, but that's really all I have to say on that today. I hope it's been informative, and I will talk to you guys next time. Homies over hoes, homies over hoes, do the homie, do the homie. Homies over hoes, homies over hoes. You know, for those of you who recognize that and y'all like that Boondocks reference, let me give you another one. Well, Riley, homies over hoes isn't a sentiment that a pimp named Slickback can get behind. Let me make this clear. A pimp named Slickback don't do shit for the homies. If a homie wants something from a pimp named Slickback, a homie better be ready to walk that stroll and get that money. Let me reiterate, don't do shit for the homies.